So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and this is Flip U in the little Luchs, the tier 4 German light tank. Beautiful little tank, and you can see here is on Live Oaks. It's a tier 7 game, so he's a proper scout in this. Bottom tier. He's the only tier 4 on his team, but the Luchs doesn't care about that. Oh no, it doesn't. It's a beautiful little tank, really nimble, a little dark assassin. Only has a 20mm autoloader on it, but in the right kind of circumstance, when you can jump out and rip some poor unfortunate wounded beast to pieces, it can be deadly. So he's coming out here to try and get some early spots. Managed to avoid that Type 64, and he's rewarded with spots on the IS-2 heading across to the city. The only problem here is it's not an awful lot of people to actually help take shots at them, so he's spotting but he's not actually getting any assistance damage. Spotted the Jag Panther. There's a T1 Heavy on the way. Someone's hit him, however, that's good. So it looks like his friendly TDs are in position to actually help. There's an IKV-65-2, there's a Panzer IV, in fact the T1 Heavy's gone down, and there's a stealth tank, E25, little buggers, and he's lit them all up for his team, so he's getting some really good assistance damage here, and he's also, more importantly, driving the enemy off that hill. There goes another tank, 2 dead because of his spotting. So it means at the moment the only tanks that we know of who got into the city is that Jag Panther and the IS-2. All the other tanks didn't manage to, which is good because Flip has only got one. He should have 2 top tier heavies. Where's the other one gone? Must be down the south. Well, he did have 2, but he's lost that one, so there's actually just one left in this. Just one friendly tank holding the city, the Su-122-44. He's still keeping his position. You can see all the friendly TDs. There's a Hellcat, and the Su-100, all sort of trying to take advantage of the spots that Flip's done. Now he's off and running. As he starts to move forward, he sees a Luchs. Now he didn't get spotted. I think he must have 6th sense. And there we go. There's that 20mm. He was a bit unlucky. Yeah, of course he's got 6th sense. I thought he did. It was amazing. He managed to move forward on that Luchs without being spotted. So now his position's been compromised. He's coming round, trying to spot the IS-2 and the Jag Panther who are in the city. There you go, he spotted that. Trying to help out, meaning that the artillery has a chance to fire at it. Have they fired? Not yet. IS-2's on his tail. There's a T-34-85 come to help out. Oh, and there's a Panzer 38 light tank in the middle. He set himself up, ready to give him a nice how do you do. T-34-85 is being crushed. And there's the Jag Panther as well. So again, he's just getting himself into a position, and this is where the Luchs excels. It's a very sneaky little thing. If you can hide, he's knocked down that building to make it easier for his friends to hit them. T-34-85 is being owned. There's the Luchs, and there goes the Jag Panther. Okay, so the IS-2 has pulled back, and again Flip is knocking down cover, make it easy for his team to hit them. It's a Steve 42 going in. He's got his man trousers on. He's decided to go forward. Can he take down the enemy Luchs? Yes, of course he can. Nicely done. There's a bit of a glitch on my mod that I run. I run the solo mod, and for some reason it doesn't show me how many shells are in the magazine. I'm going to have to try and correct that because it's a pain in the bum. Okay, so the Panzer 38's down, so's the IS-2. So there's not an awful lot left of the enemy team, but he can go hunting. He's now got free rein to go hunting. There's the IKV. Hasn't been spotted himself. Trying to work around the back. This is where the Luchs is fantastic. And there's another bit of assistance damage. Done 1300 that we know of assistance damage. The Luchs is great because it's so nimble, it's so sneaky. That 20mm auto loader is surprisingly punchy, and if you can latch onto a damaged or injured tank, you can give them a horrible time just circling them, ripping them apart with the auto loader. Looks like the E25's pulled right back because he wasn't where he was last spotted. Well, that's not really surprising. My bet is he's down towards J1, K1, yeah, where Flip is pointing. He's now heading down into the dip, which is where artillery sometimes hide, but again, they've had plenty of time to pull back. And sure enough, he's not there anymore. Hasn't been spotted himself, which is somewhat surprising. But it looks like the enemy is still pushing on the cap, and it's still very close. It's 11 to 10. There's the enemy artillery. He's making a run for it. Flip puts a couple of rounds into him, but you can see the accuracy of this gun is not great. It's an up close and personal machine gun type gun. You don't want to be firing at range because you'd be lucky to hit a barn door, to be honest. Okay, so the E25 and the Cromwell are up in towards our base. That leaves the Skoda T40 unaccounted for, but since he killed one of our players up near the base, there's a fair bet that he's also up there. Lorraine is running like a scared bitch, because why wouldn't you? You've got a little Luchs up your backside. Look at the air. You can see the mobility of this thing. He's doing a lot. In fact, the speed's whizzing around all over the place, between 50 and 60 kph. Even coming up that slope he's doing 40. Where has that Lorraine gone? Lorraine is a pretty speedy piece of artillery. And Flip just realises he doesn't get too much further forward because it could well be that the enemy tanks are coming back. And so he's got to... Oh, and suddenly his team are losing. It's 11 plays 12. And there's the Skoda. Skoda's appeared in our base, taken down the artillery. So it's just Flip now and the Steve 42 against 4 enemy tanks. The Steve is at least coming the same direction, so supporting him. And there's 2 enemy tanks in the cap. He needs to shorten the odds. He needs to take something down. 3 enemy tanks in the cap now. Have they all gone? And there's the Cromwell. So the Cromwell hasn't gone. He's not looking at him. Trouble is, look at the aim time at this range. It's a nightmare to hit, and he can't hit him at all. Cannot hit that Cromwell. The shells went all over the place. So he's on a reload. He needs the help from Steve. Come on, Steve, finish him off. Flip locks in on the Cromwell, goes for the classic flank run, and takes him down. Nicely done. He's still on full health, hasn't taken a shot. The E25 is on the edge of the gun. The E25's come over to try and take them on, rather than sit in the cap. He's got a lock on to the E25. Can he get down? The E25 made a big mistake there. He dropped down where he couldn't be covered by his friends. Should have stayed high. It was him and the Skoda could have taken down Flip, and also had the support of the artillery. However, they did take down the Steve, so it's just Flip against the Skoda and the artillery. Got to be really careful. Keep moving. Takes down the Skoda. Now move. Keep swinging the tank around. Don't go straight towards the Lorraine. Oh my goodness, this could end very badly. And they've capped out. Oh my word, before he could reset the cap, he capped out. Oh, what a heartbreak. What an absolute heartbreak. So he had to take down the... Well, maybe, should he have taken down the Skoda? Probably in hindsight's a wonderful thing. He probably should have carried on and shot the artillery, but I think I probably would have done the same. The automatic reaction is take down the immediate threat, and the Skoda could have turned around and blasted him probably, and finished him off. But as it was, he left him. He went for the Skoda, left the artillery, and then didn't reload in time to be able to stop the cap running out, and he lost. What a heartbreaker. So I guess there's some consolation in it. It was an ace tanker. He got fighter, he got fire for effect, and he got WoT's medal, which is for destroying 3 or more enemy tanks or tank destroyers with a light tank. He certainly did that. He got 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks, but still probably would have swapped it for a win. I don't know. Finished top of the team on base XP, even on a losing game. 655 damage, 4 kills, 712 base XP. Fired 90 shots. Well, it's an auto-loading machine gun type gun, 20mm. 28 hits, 24 pens for that 655 damage. He took 1 hit himself, which automatically penned him, and he did 1300 assistance damage. Got courageous resistance for that game, 26,000 plus the 7,000 plus the 3,000 courageous resistance. Even after rebuilding and repair costs, he still made 26,500 credits. Would have been 16,000 with a non-premium account. And he finished up with 1,704 experience on a loss. So lovely game. Unlucky, really unlucky at the end. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. He probably should have gone for the artillery rather than the Skoda, but I thought he'd reload in time to be able to take the Skoda down, take the Lorraine down, but or at least put a shot in. That's all he needed to do, just 1 shot. That was all it needed, but he couldn't, and he lost. So anyway, good game all the same. So now we've got our old friend Man in the Can, who has been responsible for quite a few really good light tank games on this channel. This time he's in the little sexy tier 5 American light tank, the Chaffee. Personally a tank I really enjoy, and he was responsible for me repurchasing the Chaffee after watching one of his games and me remembering how much I enjoyed playing it the first time, and I'm really loving it. So here we are, we're on Redshires. It's a tier 7 game, so he's got not bad matchmaking really. There's only 2 tier 7s on the enemy team, so he's done very nicely. He's coming up here to this sort of early spotting position. Looks like his entire enemy team, friendly team, is ignoring the 9-0 line, which is always slightly concerning, and you can see he's already pointing it out to his friends. This bush is a really nice one to get some early spots of what's coming down here. You can see his binos have activated, his camo net's activated. As long as he keeps his nerve and doesn't fire, he should be able to be unspotted. He's spotted a Stug up there on the hill. Takes a chance to put a shot into him, tracks him, and then takes him down. Nicely done. So clearly there's nothing with any view on him, because he probably would have been spotted. There's a KV-1 up there. There's a KV-1 up there. Tracks the KV-1. What the hell are KV-1s doing up there? There's an easier target for him, a T-34 medium tank, and he sets him on fire and kills him. There you go, very nice. A couple of light tanks in the cap. Can he help his friends out there? And really he's not doing the sort of traditional light job here. I mean, he came up here to spot, and it's a nice bush where he is to spot things as they come down the 890 line for TDs and tanks that are sitting in the middle to shoot at. But unfortunately, A, none of the enemy went this way, and B, none of his friends went there. So he's resorted to just sort of taking snapshots from long range, which works pretty well. He's done 376 damage already. The enemy can't deal with him there. That was a hopeful shot, being able to put it over the building there. There's a Type 64. Oh, lovely shot. See the loop on that shell. It's a T-37. He can kill him. Can he kill him? No, just pull back. It's a shame. No, just too much dip on that shot. So he's going to have to move forward in a minute, because the enemy are successfully holding that cap. Oof. That was unlucky. That Crusader was so lucky. That new shell hit him. That looked like that was on target, but then disappeared. 3 enemy tanks in the base. They're also pushing heavily down the 1-2 line. His platoon buddy has died. EOC's died. That's good, because he was just running around like a blue-ass fly. And it's back to 6-all, so it's not too bad. It's KV1 again, but he's behind that building. And he hasn't really needed to move. He's been farming damage from range. Hasn't really needed to put his man pants on and go forward. He's going to have to soon, I think. There's our Crusaders burning. It's 8-all. And you can see he's debating what to do next. Does he push forward? Does he go around and try and kill that KV1? Does he try and come around the other side and support against the IS? Camera net back on, binoculars back on. Someone's working over our own Oni. Team's now winning, it's 10-8. Still can't get a shot on that KV1. So he's going to redeploy. I mean, the good thing is the KV1 is as blind as a bat, so the chances are he can sit here in the open. Unless that Crusader happens to be looking this way, he can't hope to spot him. It's loaded premium because that's a KV1 out there, and they're big and scary. And although his team's winning, there's still a couple of very big ugly tanks out there that can make a real mess of your day. Moving forward again. Well, not again, for the first time. He's really not done an awful lot since he sat in that bush. Excuse me. Stinking cold still. 2 weeks I've had this cold. KV1 is a KV8. No, KV1 is moving. I thought for a minute he might be AFK. And look at these premium rounds are just plonking through him. Had to use premium because he would never have penned him. Oh, there's the 25-2. First shot dips and gets a critical. I would say that T25-2 is AFK. He's obviously given up on the game. Yep, he's down. Firing premium, but I think we can forgive him that. It was because I think he was he'd forgotten he was using it because he'd been firing at that KV1. Obviously did not need it against the 25-2, but as I say, it can't be helped. He's got a T1 heavy right where he wants him. Takes a shot from the T1 heavy. He's firing gold for some unknown reason. But hey, takes him down, and that's it. Game over. GG. He wins. So another nice game from Man. Gets him an ace tanker, spotter, bruiser, arsonist, fire for effects, and Confederate badge. Finishes up top on the team. No, second on the team on base XP. 1,620 damage, 3 kills, 1,155 base XP. That IKV-90B had a fantastic game. Look at that, 3,000 damage and 7 kills. So Man and Can fired 31 shots. He hit with 22 of them, penned with 15 for that 1,600 damage. And he received 2 hits, both of which penned him. He also did 1,100 assistance damage, which is good. 40,000 credits, did fire a lot of premium at the end, particularly when he'd forgotten he even had it loaded. 1,361 profit at the end of the game in a premium count. Would have lost him nearly 13,000 in a non-premium account. Obviously was running some sort of personal mission, and it was a ×2, so he made a really healthy 5,000 experience on that game. Really, really good game, nicely played. Another really good example of playing the Chaffee. And you know, he played the game. Some people say he was sitting back camping too much, but it was the job. He didn't need to come forward. He could hit things where he was. He could keep an eye on anything coming down the 890 line if they had made a push towards the middle of the game, he would have seen it coming and warned his team. So, you know, good job. And ultimately he got an ace tanker, did a shitload of damage and assistance, and they won the game. So GG. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click like and subscribe to the channel. If you've got a game that you want me to feature on the channel, upload it to the WoT Replays site. Send the link to me, GamerDom, at gamerdom13@gmail.com. Explain why it is you think it's a good little game, and I will happily take a look, and if I think it is a good game and be interesting for people to watch, I'll stick it up on the channel. So in the meantime, thanks for watching. Enjoy your games, have fun. It's all about enjoying the game and enjoying the fun of it. It's not to be taken too seriously. And I'll see you again soon. This is GamerDom, out.